What's up, guys? It's your boy Stevie G coming back at you with another episode of the Seamless Garage Podcast. And if you don't know what this podcast is about, it's all about anything automotive, anything mechanic related, anything modified cars, horsepower, torque, whatever you want to call it. We give out mechanics tips. We give out ways to be a better mechanic, obviously. We talk about modified cars. We talk about our builds that are in our shop. We talk about the current climate of the automotive industry. We talk about previous climates. We talk about popular cars and the popular platforms. We talk about all that good stuff. Again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Stevie G. I am an ASC master and also a Nissan master mechanic. I work for a Nissan dealer currently. I've been at that dealer for 10 years now, and I'm currently the shop foreman at that dealership. Got a lot of experience under my belt. Yes, I am younger than a bunch of you guys, but I've been doing this. I've been turning wrenches since I was a kid, since I was like 5. And that doesn't mean much, but I'm just saying, just because I'm a younger dude doesn't mean that I don't know a lot. And I put a lot of hard work into this field and into my craft. Coming up through UTI, but also just hard studying, man. School's not enough, you know what I mean? I talk about this in other episodes. School's not enough. I put in hard effort, experience. Like I made sure I got experience from talking to other guys. I learned from other people's mistakes. I put a lot of time and grind into this field, and so I know a lot about it. And I figured I could give it back to you guys. With that being said, if that's something you're interested in and you're not already following or subscribed to us, make sure you do that. Make sure you click that subscribe button or that follow button, depending on what platform you're on. With that being said, if you end up liking this video, make sure you like the video. Make sure you share it. Make sure you leave a review if you're on podcast, if you would. But share this with somebody that you know is a gearhead too, or that you know could benefit from it, or they're an aspiring mechanic, because that's what this is all about, man. But with that being said, let's hop into the episode. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about something that popped off on the TikTok. It was a topic that ended up popping off on TikTok, and but before we get into it, I want to give you guys the news and update on what's going on with Seamless. So check this out: buttload of parts coming in for the DSM. If you don't know what a DSM is, go check it out. I got an Eagle Talon. I'm building 91 with the flip-up headlights. You know what I'm saying? Got to get that going. Plenty of videos on the YouTube channel about that, so make sure you check that out. And it's been a long time coming, man, but there's so many parts coming in. I'm hoping to have it running and driving. I say hoping because it's a long shot, but I'm gonna try, man, to have it running by Super Show on April 1st down here in Tyler, Texas, at the oil field palace. Hoping to have it running by then, man. It's a long shot, but I'm going to grind. It's going to be a lot of late nights. I'm going to try to get it done by then, man. Like I said, it's a long shot, and we'll see, but I'm going to try. So with that being said, got a lot of parts coming in for that, so there's going to be a lot of work done on that, a lot of content on that. And then DJ's OBS is up and running, man. We've been having some problems, so we LS swapped an OBS Chevy. We've been having some problems with it where we only had second and fourth gear. It was weird. And we thought it might have been the transmission. So we sent it out to a good buddy of ours at ABT Transmission, Jackie over there. Hit him up, man. The dude knows what he's doing. He checked it out. I was like, dude, transmission is not a problem. Okay, cool. So we ended up doing some research and stuff, and we're like, you know what? We don't know anything about this ECU that this guy gave us when he helped us do the harness. When we started looking further into it, we realized we didn't know anything about this ECU that this guy that helped us do the harness and stuff, he supplied an ECU with the motor that we bought. Uh, we didn't know what that ECU came from or what it's programmed for or anything. So we just took a long shot, and DJ was like, look, man, I'm just going to buy another ECU, and I'm going to set the parameters I want, and we'll know that this ECU is made for the swap that we did, and we'll try it. Bro, we put that ECU in, and it runs like a champ now. Like, he was like, dude, tires are squealing. He felt good, bro. He burned down the tires. He's excited as can be, man. I hope to get him on here soon so he can talk about that. We really want to talk about that. I might try to do that this week so he can hop in here. He's been really busy just as I've been. So, but anyway, now the next step for that OBS is we're doing front suspension rebuild and brakes and all that good stuff. Really just going to, before we do any kind of performance or anything else like that touching the engine or trans, we want to get the chassis the way it's. Same thing with my DSM. Like, it's a stock rebuild we put in there. I'm going to get the chassis and the body and everything the way I want it. And then the last thing will be swapping in that stroker that I've got for that DSM that I'll be building. But with that being said, man, both of those projects are good. I just got in my transparencies, my emulsion, my screens, everything to do this new, to do the new design that I've been showing you guys on the t-shirts, the everything full throttle back piece with a nice little pocket tag up here, and then the other one, I'm running 2 new shirts. The other one's going to be the big Seamless Garage SG logo on the back with a pocket piece up here as well. So those will be coming soon. I'll put some pictures right here. If you're on a video platform, you'll see them. If not, go check out Instagram, man. I've posted them. So they're on the Seamless Garage Instagram, Seamless Garage Facebook, all that good stuff. So with that being said, man, let's hop into this episode. So I posted a TikTok and started getting a lot of love and a lot of hate, man. Maybe because the shoe's fitting for some people and it doesn't feel too good. Basically, man, for you aspiring mechanics, I'm just sick and tired of these other guys running y'all down. I'm sick and tired of them talking y'all out of getting in the field, or, scenario real quick. Let's just say, hey, I'm a new mechanic, or I'm aspiring. Like, I've always seen people turn wrenches. I've always turned wrenches as a kid, and I really want to do it for a living. And I see somebody that's been doing it for a while. Let's say I see him at the fast food joint, you know what I'm saying? Or I see him at the grocery store, or I see him at the parts store, whatever. And I roll up on him real quick and I ask him, hey, man, I'm really thinking about getting into your field. I'm really thinking about doing it. What kind of advice do you have? And they hit you with man, it's not worth it, man. Been in the field 20 years. And I'm just jaded by it, man. Like, it's terrible. Don't do it. Go do something else. You're not going to make any money. Dealerships suck. Just all this crazy stuff, man. And of course, you're going to be like, whoa, hold on, man. Wait a minute. All right. Well, this guy must know what he's talking about because he's been in the field for a minute. So he must know what he's talking about. So it may be time to change it up and do something different, right? But that couldn't be further from the case. That couldn't be further from the case, man. Let me tell you right now. Let me just tell you. That I've had that happen to me a bunch of times. But it was after I got in the field because I wasn't taking no for an answer anyway, right? Like, long story short, go listen to episode 1. It talks all about my endeavor down going to UTI, become the mechanic I am today. And, I became a master mechanic by 26, and it wasn't no fly-by-night thing. It wasn't like people were rushing me through to make me a master in Nissan. Of course, I still had to pass the ASCs myself. I earned that, man, because I grinded and I studied, and I know what I'm talking about. I know the system's better than most, okay? I take my career, my craft very seriously. With that being said, I had people tell me that all the time, man, once I came out of UTI. Man, you're messing up. This is the wrong field to get in. Or they'll say, you're late to the field. It's getting harder and the pay is getting less and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's all a crock of shit, man. Like I said, myself and I know plenty of others. I've got really good friends in the field that make 6 figures plus, okay? So If that's not good enough for you, like I said in the TikTok, if that's not good enough for you, then that's fine. Go do something else. There's a lot of people out there that want to make millions, and eventually I will get there. Maybe, you know what I mean. Maybe I'll get there doing something else, but um, making a living you can do as a mechanic. I'm telling you, if you can't live off of six figures, something's wrong. You know what I mean? Something's going on there. You should be able to make a good living off of six figures. If not, I would advise you to do some budgeting and figure out, where your money's going. Okay. But that being said, no shots being taken. You know what I'm saying? If your ambition is to make millions, you know, uh, being a blue collar, turning wrenches and stuff like that's probably not it. You've probably got to go out there and really start selling some high profit stuff. But this might be an entry level for you. You know what I mean? This might get you started. Um, you'll probably have to get out on your own eventually and at least start some dealerships and stuff. That'd be a smart thing to do. You know what I'm saying? That'd be very smart to do. Um, but with that being said, like I said, I got a bunch of flack on TikTok. The shoe definitely fit for a lot of people, and they started hitting me up uh, with responses like, wait till you're in the field longer. You've probably barely been in the field 10 years. I mean, I've been at this dealer for 10 years. I was at another dealer for 2. Um, yeah, I'm young, man. Yeah, I am. I'm 31. But like I said before, brother, I've got a lot of experience on my belt, and I've got a lot of family that's been in the field. You know what I mean? I've got an aunt that's been in the dealership field, I think, over 20 years now. Yeah, let's see. Well over 20, okay? Probably creeping towards the 25 mark, if not past it by now, as a rider. And then, my grandfather was a mechanic for a while. I grew up from a family of mechanics and just people in the automotive field in general, okay? So this isn't my first rodeo, and it's not like I'm just now figuring this out. And like I said, I'm shop foreman, so I know the inner workings of the dealership, all right? And I'll just tell you right now, there is a clear line. There's a clear line, and I've been talking about this in my videos. I've been speaking this ad nauseum. I've been trying to get this point across to you, and hopefully today will be the day that I get this point across to you. There's a line. There's several different kind of mechanics, but if we look at it from a money aspect, there's a line, and there's 2 different kind of mechanics. You got the mechanics that complain about the field. They don't make any money because they're running around just bitching about the field and spending more time doing that, bitching to every other technician in the shop or to the manager or whatever, and they're wasting a lot of time. You got those type, right, that don't make very much money. They don't flag hours even though they've been in the field a long time and they've got experience and they've been in the field 20 years, right? Those are the guys that are jaded. Those are the guys that are upset. On the other side of the line, you got guys that just put their head down. Yeah, you're going to deal with grindy warranty bullshit. Yeah, you're going to deal with customers that end up not paying diag because you can't duplicate their concern, or they're not clear what's actually going on with their car and you can't duplicate it. Okay? You're going to deal with those. But these guys still grind. They put their head down, and guess what, dude? They grind, and they make 6 figures a year because they're grinding. And these guys have been in the field 20 and 30 years as well, okay? So it's not like the longer you get in it, the less money you make. That's not true, because these guys over here are grinding as well. Like, these guys are getting it. That's one thing that I noticed, man, is you got guys over here that are talking. They're all around the water cooler, just talking about BS and not really getting shit done. And then you got the guys on this side over here that are just putting their head down, grinding. And next thing you know, they've got a transmission out in an hour. You know what I'm saying? And they're just killing it. And then they're just sitting at their toolbox waiting for the next ticket. While these guys over here, for some reason, they keep complaining about how they don't get any work, or they keep complaining about how the work is shit, except they always have something to do. They've always got a ticket. They've always got a car. They're never like ready for the next ticket. Kind of weird, isn't it? Same RO count, same ticket counts, because it's all even dispatch, except one group isn't getting anything done, but they got plenty of work. The other group is getting all the work done, ready for another ticket, and they've got a buttload of hours because they've been knocking stuff out. Interesting, right? Very interesting. So I would implore you, All those comments on my TikTok and all the guys, the old heads talking about wait till you're in the field 20 and 30 years. All of those aside, man. All their little comments, they can go throw them out the window because they're the ones that the shoe fits. They're in the wrong field because they're not happy. They're unhappy. They're in the wrong field. They may be good at what they do, but they don't stay on top of it. They don't work hard. They don't grind. They've lost their ambition, and they probably don't have passion for it anymore. And so they need to get out of the field. They need to find something else to do. But with all of that aside, I just implore you to please, 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 please give it a shot. If you find that you're one of those guys and you want to change it up, or you find that you're not making that many hours and you want to change it up, I implore you to just check this out, man. Stay in your bay. Stay in your bay. Only focus on the tickets that you have, getting them in and out, and focus on the parts, making sure the parts are here. Nobody cares about your ticket more than you. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody should care about the ticket more than you do, because in all reality, bro, you're the doctor. You're the doctor, which means you should care more about your patient, which is the car, and the customer, where the parts are coming from, what kind of parts they are, when are they going to get here, approvals and all of that stuff, and making sure all that's clear more than anybody else. You should care about that car, that ticket, that RO more than anybody else, because it's you that's running the show in all reality. So from start to finish, it's very important that you care about that ticket. So here's a common thing that happens. Technician will bring it in. They'll test drive it. They'll diagnose it. They'll write a good MPI on it. Okay? They'll do all of that. They may make a good video and send it to the customer. They'll put the parts on the ticket. All of that. The cause and concern, right? And the correction. They'll send it in. They forget about the ticket. They forget about the car. That is what some of you guys are doing, and that is why you're not being efficient, because you totally forget. Guess what I used to do, and guess what good technicians do? Every morning, and even like several times throughout the day, maybe it's morning, lunch, and then in the afternoon, they check on their tickets and see what the status is. Did the status change? Oh, did it get approved? Okay, cool. How long is it going to be till parts get here? So that I can start setting up in my head when I'm going to pull those cars in and get them going. Because maybe I pull a transmission out today because the part will be here tomorrow. Okay? Maybe I do that. So that is something you need to do. You've got to care about that ticket more than anybody else, which means you've got to constantly be checking on it. That means if it's been 2 days in approval, you send your writer a message, hey, what do we need to do to get this approved? Like, what's holding it up? Not rushing you, not doing anything like that, but is there anything I can do information-wise or with the car? Or do we need to go with aftermarket parts to change the price? Like, what do we need to do to get this car repaired and get it back to the customer? Like, you should care about that. You really should. You should care about that more than anybody else, because if you're not taking care of your customer, they're not going to come back to you. It's just simple as that, man. It's just simple as that. So with that being said, I implore you to do that. I implore you to care about your cars, get them in and out, okay? Get them in immediately. Diagnose them immediately. Do your multi-point immediately. Don't stop. Don't be talking to this guy. Don't be talking to that guy. Don't realize that it's warranty and go talk, oh, man, you see how much this is paying? This is warranty, man. This is terrible. I hate these jobs. All that time you're spending, bro, you could be spending on your car and getting it out and getting to the next one. Because let me tell you right now, when it comes to dispatch, and I'm a dispatcher, when it comes to dispatch, if we're, everything's even and everybody's getting tickets and stuff, and I've already got people that are telling me they can't take tickets, I'm love seeing guys that are waiting on some tickets, bro, because I'm going to hand it to them. If you're sitting around waiting on some tickets because you got everything done, I'm handing it to you, man, because I don't like seeing a technician sitting. So that's what I'm saying, man, is making sure that when that dispatcher's coming around, you're ready to go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there is no wasted time where it's like, man, if I would have spent a little bit more time on that, I could have got that done already, and I could have moved on. But instead, I wanted to BS. I wanted to take an hour and a half at lunch. I wanted to come in late and leave early. You know what I'm saying? Which is the opposite. You want to come in early and leave late. You know what I'm saying? But these guys I'm talking about that make six figures too, bro, they're coming in like 7:45, maybe right at 8, and they're leaving on time. Sometimes they leave at 4:30 because they got everything done instead of leaving at 5. But they can because they're flagging 60, 70, 80 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen people flag more than that. But I'm saying that's a good living right there. So All that being said, I'm just saying, man, make sure that you're grinding. Make sure that you're there from bell to bell, putting in the work. Okay? Make sure you're putting in the work from bell to bell. Make sure you do that ticket right and you're constantly checking in on your tickets. And then the most important thing that'll help you out tremendously is just making sure that you're in your base being efficient and that you're just working. Keep your head down. You're not there to talk. You're not there to bullshit with your friends. You know what I mean? Those may be your friends. Hey, chat it up at lunch or whatever, but make sure you get back on time, but chat it up at lunch. Hey, you see this car? This is what I'm running into. But the grinders, man, they only talk at lunchtime, man. Other than that, they're not talking to you because they're too busy getting stuff done. And trust me, oh well, people are coming to bug me, people are coming to talk to me. That's fine, man. Just stay on top of it. Don't worry about that. Tell them, hey, man, I'm busy. You'll realize that once you start looking like you're really busy because you're grinding, they're not going to want to come bother you because they realize that you're killing it, and so they're going to go talk to somebody else. And it'll serve you. I'm telling you, it will serve you. So just keep in mind your end goal, man. You want to get cars fixed. That's why you're there, right? It's fix cars and to get paid. And neither one of those will happen if you're sitting around BSing or you're not checking in on your tickets. So with that being said, I really hope this helps. It's a great topic that I think should be discussed field-wide to everybody. If you're already doing this, please share this with somebody else and tell them, what's up, and maybe this can help them. Share this with aspiring mechanics that are just getting in the field. Share it with your express guys, man. It's never too early to give them info, so when they get into the big shop, the main shop, they can actually get some stuff done and be productive. But with that being said, it's been your boy Stevie G, and we'll holler at you on another episode later.